Alright, I'm just going to show some more axes or similar shaped, and I want to demonstrate just the similarities, the way they would notch them out, and the angles that they had on them. So let's start right here. This is a little smaller one. You know, the trick is to keep this in focus, but what I want to show is, first of all, how the top is, how it angles like this. You see that? And how they've shaped it into coming into a point, most likely used something like this, hafted onto a wooden handle. And but anyway, so you got that, and you can see when I stick it here, how, if I can hold the camera straight, you can see how the angle of the, you see how that, I don't think I can get it to stay on there, but you can see, if I can get my hand out of the way, how, see how the angle is and the point. I mean, they're just pretty much exactly alike. And then the same with this, except a little bit more finely crafted, but you can see this is another thing I'm going to point out, how they notch it, and I mean how this is a distinct notch, in which this is a hard green rock. And how they had to, they couldn't chip it, they had to use some type of a tool to score it or something, and notch it out. But what's fascinating to me is, because of the angle, I mean, it's the same tool that you use, I mean, it's the same design, kind of like, you know, our forks, or spoons or whatever, hammers or whatever. You see how that fits perfectly on there, and you see this angle here, and how that fits perfect. A little bit different, you know, a little bit more finely ground or polished out on this, but the same angle. Now see here, if I put this on there, line it up, you can see that angle is almost perfect. The angle here. If you was to put this on a half, on a handle, wooden handle or whatever, then that would slightly make that downward because of the angle. It would point it just down like a hoe, or it could be used for digging, like a hoe, planting. But that would slightly make that down angle. If I can, it would come. It kind of would fit on that hafting. If this was the haft, you see how that points just slightly down, not straight, but just slightly down, like that, which would give it an angle that would work for what they were using it for. And they all have it, that angle. Get into here again in the notches. You see that's notched out there. If I was to put this here down, and then let's see if I can get it here, put it down and see if that angle's the same. It might be just, well, it's pretty close. It's maybe a little bit different on this one, but nonetheless, it has similar angles. And then this is just a collection that I have and that I've collected, that all of them come to a point, like a wedge, but some of these are really, this is like out of quartz here. This is hard green rock, but really finely crafted. Let me see, it's just flat on the top there. And I say that goes against to go against a wooden handle to haft it right there, and then sometimes they attached it to it and then used that as a tool. It's pretty fascinating. Anyway, I thought I would show that, just all the similarities of these tools, and I've got some others that I'll show later, but hope you enjoy it. Thanks.